Hey!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Hello.
That's brutal. Just two patriotic girls. So please don't take us the wrong way.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Natasha.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're in Cincinnati, Ohio. We've only been back for just a little while now. We took some time off for personal reasons. A lot of you know what those are. And we are back today to honor the Queen and the new King, which is odd to say. I'm sure I'm much stranger for you than us. But we wanted to do this video. We know it's a couple days old at this point. We have not watched it, but we thought it would be respectful to do so. And we want to hear what King Charles has to say. It's been weird to say King Charles, not just Charles or Prince Charles.
Yes.
So please be patient with us as we may screw that up several times. But before we get into this today, please hit the like button, guys, if you do like the content we put out. And consider subscribing to the channel, but don't do that just because we ask you to.
That's right. Please check out some of our other content before you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you want to be a part of our family.
And we do want to thank everybody over at Patreon. Again, we appreciate your support. We just had a really cool weekend with some local stuff, some festivities here in our neighborhood, and those videos will be going on Patreon here this week. So I'm excited to share those things with you guys over there on Patreon. So yeah, we're going to check out this video of King Charles. I almost said Prince Charles again. His first address to the United Kingdom. Debbie and I have decided to stay in black throughout, up until the Queen has been laid to rest.
Yes, out of respect.
Out of respect, absolutely. So we are going to do that, and hope that you guys understand we do care. Again, we want you to know that. We've said it several times. We absolutely have the most respect for your countries, the United Kingdom as a whole. And of course, the Queen, who led her life with such dignity, strength of character.
So amazing.
And one thing I've been saying to friends here in the U.S. is the Queen definitely did not have one thing that almost every other head of state or leader of the world had, and that's an ego.
That's right.
She didn't have an ego.
No.
Which is one of the most impressive things about her, to me. But, you know, Debbie and I have really looked at her as a human being, you know?
Yes.
And not just a queen. And I think that's important to do that. But we still offer our most sincerest condolences for her leaving this world. We know that she's with God and with her prince, her literal prince, Prince Philip. And that comforts me knowing that. So again, we hope that you understand that we do have the utmost respect, and we would like to hear what King Charles has to say.
That's right. With that being said, we're probably not going to pause during the speech. I mean, that just seems kind of disrespectful to stop. And
we're definitely not going to pause.
Something.
We want to hear everything he has to say. I'm sure you guys have seen this and heard this at least once or twice. So we have not, and I haven't really heard much of anything that he's ever said, really. So this is really kind of a first impression in a lot of ways for us.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of him.
No. So let's get into this and hear the first address.
That's right.
Profound sorrow. Throughout her life, Her Majesty the Queen, my beloved mother, was an inspiration, an example to me and to all my family. And we owe her the most heartfelt debt any family could owe to their mother.
Oh, wow.
For her love, affection, guidance, understanding, and example. Queen Elizabeth was a life well lived, a promise with destiny kept, and she is mourned most deeply in her passing.
Yeah.
That promise of lifelong service I renew to you all today. Alongside the personal grief that all my family are feeling, we also share with so many of you in the United Kingdom, in all the countries where the Queen was head of state, in the Commonwealth and across the world, a deep sense of gratitude for the more than 70 years in which my mother, as Queen, served the people of so many nations. In 1947, on her 21st birthday, she pledged in a broadcast from Cape Town to the Commonwealth to devote her life, whether it be short or long, to the service of her peoples.
Yes, she did.
That was more than a promise. It was a profound personal commitment which defined her whole life. She made sacrifices for duty. Her dedication and devotion as sovereign never wavered through times of change and progress, through times of joy and celebration, and through times of sadness and loss. In her life of service, we saw that abiding love of tradition, together with that fearless embrace of progress, which makes us great as nations. The affection, admiration, and respect she inspired became the hallmark of her reign.
Most definitely.
Amen.
And as every member of my family can testify, she combined these qualities with warmth, humor, and an unerring ability always to see the best in people. I pay tribute to my mother's memory, and I honor her life of service. I know that her death brings great sadness to so many of you, and I share that sense of loss beyond measure with you all.
That's right.
When the Queen came to the throne, Britain and the world were still coping with the privations and aftermath of the Second World War, and still living by the conventions of earlier times. In the course of the last 70 years, we have seen our society become one of many cultures and many faiths. The institutions of the state have changed in turn. But through all changes and challenges, our nation and the wider family of realms, of whose talents, traditions, and achievements I am so inexpressibly proud, have prospered and flourished. Our values have remained, and must remain, constant. The role and the duties of monarchy also remain, as does the sovereign's particular relationship and responsibility towards the Church of England, the church in which my own faith is so deeply rooted. In that faith and the values it inspires, I have been brought up to cherish a sense of duty to others and to hold in the greatest respect the precious traditions, freedoms, and responsibilities of our unique history and our system of parliamentary government. As the Queen herself did with such unswerving devotion, I too now solemnly pledge myself, throughout the remaining time God grants me, to uphold the constitutional principles at the heart of our nation. And wherever you may live in the United Kingdom, or in the realms and territories across the world, and whatever may be your background or beliefs, I shall endeavor to serve you with loyalty, respect, and love, as I have throughout my life. My life will, of course, change as I take up my new responsibilities. It will no longer be possible for me to give so much of my time and energies to the charities and issues for which I care so deeply. But I know this important work will go on in the trusted hands of others. This is also a time of change for my family. I count on the loving help of my darling wife, Camilla. In recognition of her own loyal public service since our marriage 17 years ago, she becomes my Queen Consort. I know she will bring to the demands of her new role the steadfast devotion to duty on which I have come to rely so much. As my heir, William now assumes the Scottish titles which have meant so much to me. He succeeds me as Duke of Cornwall and takes on the responsibilities for the Duchy of Cornwall, which I have undertaken for more than 5 decades. Wow. Today, I am proud to create him Prince of Wales, Tywysog Cymru, the country whose title I've been so greatly privileged to bear during so much of my life and duty. With Catherine beside him, our new Prince and Princess of Wales will, I know, continue to inspire and lead our national conversations, helping to bring the marginal to the centre ground, where vital help can be given. I want also to express my love for Harry and Meghan as they continue to build their lives overseas. In a little over a week's time, we will come together as a nation, as a Commonwealth, and indeed a global community, yes, to lay my beloved mother to rest. In our sorrow, let us remember and draw strength from the light of her example. On behalf of all my family, I can only offer the most sincere and heartfelt thanks for your condolences and support. They mean more to me than I can ever possibly express. And to my darling Mama, as you begin your last great journey to join my dear late Papa, I want simply to say this: thank you. Thank you for your love and devotion to our family and to the family of nations you have served so diligently all these years. May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
Oh, he did not. That's the end. He just ended with Hamlet. May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. That's from Hamlet, if you didn't know, from Shakespeare.
I surely did not know.
Oh, wow. He just ended that with such beauty.
That was beautiful speech.
I am literally trying to hold back the tears at this moment. That touched me in a way I didn't expect. Again, haven't really heard him speak a lot in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. I have a few times, of course. I feel like that was so dignified and
very much so.
Very much his mother's son right there. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you guys feel. But for me, it was very emotional, and that's not.
Yes, very emotional, yeah. Very heartfelt.
Very heartfelt. Hearing him say my mama and mother and mommy and hearing him talk about her as his mother, as of course she is, yes. It breaks your heart even deeper again, because it's, the whole world, and he said it a couple times. I'm glad that he did say that, because I hope he understands it is a global loss.
Yes.
I'm sure he does. But, that was his mom.
Yeah. And to hear that he seems to really want to carry on the traditions that she has upheld through her time. And
he just dedicated his life the same as she did.
Yes.
The rest of his life. And I didn't even think about it. I mean, I know his title has been not one of king or anything like that in the last, 50 years. But, geez. Well, over 50 years. But still, I mean, he's still served his whole life, too, in different ways.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought of his speech. I feel, again, I'm not a citizen of the United Kingdom. We're Americans. Mm-hmm. But that for just a moment there, a little of the sorrow left me and some hope popped up.
Yeah, you definitely got the hopefulness out of it.
I really, you felt it too.
And kind of like, we're going to carry on.
Yeah, and that's that British, what, keep calm, carry on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, he showed his humanity there, I feel very strongly, and his compassion for his mother, his queen, his country, all of you guys.
Yes.
And I thought that was just absolutely brilliant. I did not expect that. I don't know what I expected.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected either, but it was just very reassuring, I guess.
Yeah, comforting.
A little bit of comfort there.
Yeah.
So very good speech.
Yeah, that was really well done and very gracious and just, that's how a king talks right there.
That is.
I hope that there's nothing we're saying that comes out in any disrespect at all. These are just two American girls here giving you our opinions on what we just heard. And very impressed, definitely emotional for sure. But yeah, when he threw Hamlin in at the end, I was like, oh, wow. And that was one of the most beautiful lines too. And what a way to end it. That just brings tears to my eyes just thinking about it. It was just beautiful. But, just reminding yourselves that this woman, was not just a queen, but again, a mother, an aunt, grandma, a great grandmother, a friend to many, I'm sure, many. And she now has a family that's heartbroken, and the entire world feels a lot of that.
And obviously she led your nation, and she's been a beacon for most of the world, I would say. Yeah,
like I said at the beginning, she had no ego. She wasn't like a lot of the other people in the world, and there've been so many people that just like want the limelight on them, and she was never like that. She always kept the peace, and she never crossed any sort of lines or stepped out of turn ever, and that's amazing. So, it was really great to watch. I'm glad we waited to watch this with you guys. Yeah. And I'm glad we did watch it. Will be interesting to see more. From it's weird saying King Charles. I'm just not used to that, and I know you're not either, but and I know I'm going to trip that up, and I'm trying to stop myself to say King Charles. I do have a question. I knew when they got the titles, Camilla was going to be Queen Consort. What does that mean? And this is just ignorant comments because I don't know the answers, but is Queen Consort, well, I'm not going to ask that. What does Queen Consort mean? Please let me know. And please just just a couple of you let me know, not everybody, please. Check the comments, because I don't want everyone to just give me the same answer. Yeah. But let us know too. Did you guys feel hope from that? I definitely did. And
I did too.
I feel a sense of like
reassurance.
Yeah, things something like that. Yeah, I mean, she was his mother, so he was raised by her. Yes. But I know a lot of people originally were saying no King Charles, no King Charles. And, that is your king now. We get presidents. We don't always like them. But you know what? At the end of the day, my dad taught me something. And he's like, you never say that's not my president, or don't say that's not my king, whatever. Because, they are your president. They are your king or your queen. And again, the thing that I always want to tell people is you never want to root for someone to do badly, to not
for someone in power to fail.
Yeah, because
then you fail.
Exactly. You always, whether you like the person or not, no matter if it's here, there, someplace else, if they succeed, you succeed. And we want that for our own country, for your country,
for the world.
For the world. Amen.
Peace well said. For the world.
Peace for the world would be nice. That starts with all of us too. It starts with comments on YouTube. It starts with Facebook comments and things like that, and being gracious towards each other and understanding that people are really just trying to pay their respects in the best way they can, and we are two of those people.
Absolutely.
So we hope that we were able to do that today, and that you guys see the respect is really, truly here. And that's all. That's all it is. It's respect.
That's all we're trying to do.
Yes.
Share some love.
Again, we are still praying for everyone over there, and we know that you're still hurting. And again, I hope that gave some hope in the darkness. But we will leave you here. We will be back Wednesday. We're trying to get our schedules back to what we used to post and
get back to our regular
schedule. Get back to Sunday, Wednesdays. But we will be back Wednesday. We thank you for watching very, very much. And
thank you guys for being here with us today. We really appreciate it.
We do.
And we'll see you next time.
We will. So in the meantime, we're always going to say it.
That's right.
Love like jazz. Be as strong as Tyson.